I'm Tanner Agar, CEO of the Chef Shelf, and I'm on a road trip to showcase our incredible chefs. I'm in the trendy West 7th neighborhood of Fort Worth, Texas, with native Jon Bonnell, who cemented his reputation as a culinary master of wild game. In 2013, he launched a fish house to emphasize wild, seasonal, and most importantly, sustainable seafood.
We're back in the kitchen at Waters. We're going to make an ahi tuna tartare. Now, Chef, I know ahi can be yellowfin or big eye. Do you have a preference?
You know, I typically like the yellowfin, but depends on the season. What's looking the freshest is always going to be my favorite.
All right, fantastic.
So,
well, let's get started.
All right, I've got yellowfin today, so we're going to use a little yellowfin, some nicely diced up. I do kind of a medium dice. I want to keep a little bit of texture there. Here's how I like to season it up. We're going to do some chopped shallot. Just for texture, we're going to get a little bit of cucumber and radish, give it a little bit of crunch, a little mouthfeel. We got some Roma tomato. I like to get a little complexity going in mine, you know?
All right.
Little pinch of cayenne pepper, as much or as little as you can handle. I've got some chopped capers. Give them a rough little cut. That's got a nice little brininess to it that I love. Little touch of Dijon mustard here. Kind of brings everything together. Helps bind a little bit. Got some lime juice. It's going to help kind of cook it. You know, tartare to me is kind of a way of cooking through chemistry rather than physics. Little touch of salt, little pepper, and I use a couple of shots of crystal hot sauce in mine too. That's our basic tuna tartare mix. We're gonna get everything very well incorporated together. The key for me to a really good tartare is the right balance of acidity, salt, and just a touch of spice. All right, once we've got everything mixed up pretty well, we're gonna let all this sit to the side, let these flavors kind of come together while I show you how we build our plate. Building the plate on this is where you can really impress your dinner party guest here. This will make you look like you know what you're doing. Got a ring mold, nice little chilled plate here. We're gonna start with a little avocado down on the bottom. So we'll just take the seed out, and then I dice it right inside the skin. It's gotta be a perfectly ripe avocado to make this work. All right, then we're gonna take a spoon and just get some of our diced avocado right out of it. Make a whole layer on the bottom of this ring mold. Get just a little bit more in there. Use the back of the spoon to kind of tamp it down. So keep it all in a nice, perfect little design for you.
So you put about a half an avocado in there.
Yeah, it depends on the size of your ring mold, the size of your avocado. Make sure I season that. I'm gonna give the avocado just a nice little squeeze of lime, a little acidity, little touch of salt and pepper. We go back to our nice tartare mix, and don't be shy. We like to get it in there, plenty of it. I really tamp it down with a spoon. We want this to be good and solid. A good rule is about 2 ounces of tuna per person if you're trying to do a nice size appetizer. And then the garnish on top of that, we're gonna use just a little bit of sour cream. And again, we've got to season it up a little bit. Another squeeze of lime, little pinch of salt, touch of black pepper. Stir that around, mix it up a little bit, and get a nice little garnish right on top. And that adds a nice little textural element to it also. It kind of gives the whole dish a little creaminess. Right before you're gonna serve this to your guest, I always like to take a towel and wipe the plate nice and clean. And then we pull that ring mold off, just very gently slide it up.
Wow.
Makes you look like you know what you're doing. Your guest will be impressed. Kind of fun there.
Yeah.
So that is our ahi tuna tower with a little bit of avocado there. I know you're dying to dig into this one.
I'm dying to dig into
I brought
this
the proper weaponry for you.
Get a little bit of that sour cream, some of that tuna.
That's it. You got to get a little bit of all the layers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the texture. You got to get a little crunch with some of the radish and cucumber. Helps give it a little more complexity. This is just one of my favorite dishes to do.
You know, this preparation is almost the perfect one to bring to somebody who's not quite sure about fish, because it cooks it a little bit, and it's got the sour cream, the avocado.
It's an easy one to like. Tuna's a great way to start with raw seafood.
Easy to make, easy to love.
There you go. Makes you look like a pro.
I'm Tanner from the Chef Shelf, here in Waters with Jon Bonnell, talking about his new cookbook and his spice blend. Thank you so much, Chef.
Hey, pleasure's mine. Thanks for coming in.
I had a great time today, and I can't wait to start cooking out of the book at home.
Sounds like a plan.
Great.